You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Do you know apparently there's an eclipse today?
Yeah, I saw something about that, but apparently it's gonna suck here.
Yeah, it's mostly visible in big parts of Europe. I think it's like Spain and Greenland are like the best places to watch.
Yeah.
I was just reading in Ontario, it's a partial eclipse. There's like certain parts of the province that are like, it's 12% visible, 15% visible. I guess like the moon's going to take a small bite out of the sun here, if we can even see it today.
Well, that's just it. The further west you go, the less interesting it's going to be. But even like at its absolute best along like the eastern border of Ontario, basically what you're going to see, and please don't stare at the sun, but if you were, you would basically just watch the moon kind of like dip into the sun and then bounce right back off like flicking a quarter.
I'm just confused because was it 2 years ago? Is it 3 years ago now? We had that massive eclipse for like 10 minutes or whatever.
That was sick.
I thought that was supposed to be the last one for like 1,000 years.
Well, I think, I don't know about the 1,000 years. That was the last like full eclipse. Because that's the thing is like eclipses, solar and lunar, happen all the time. But like we're seeing here, the angles interact with different parts of the earth. Like it depends on the orbit and the spin and all these other things, right?
Yeah.
So like I think for Ontario to get the results that it got a couple of years ago, that's going to take a long time, but it doesn't mean that there won't be like these little chintzy ones.
Yeah, it feels like eclipses are almost like bands that say they're retiring and then come back. That's how it feels to me, at least, because apparently there's the next one that's going to hit Canada is going to be 2028.
Dude,
so.
it's all moon stuff. It's like, this will be the last strawberry moon for the next 46 years. And then like 4 months later, like, oh, it's a strawberry moon.
Right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, it kind of, it feels like when you're hooking up with someone and they're like, I swear this never happens. You know?
I swear, the moon, I swear I never get in front of the sun. This is like once in a blue moon.
But if you think about it, it's like you look back in like the history of time and it's like, you know, like the ancient Romans and all this stuff used to think like the sun and the moon gods were mad at them. And it's like, yo, if this stuff happened and you had no idea, you'd be super confused.
100%. Like imagine at some point later on this afternoon, you're just living your uneducated, ignorant life. And then all of a sudden, even just a chunk of the moon jumps in front of a chunk of the sun, and you're just like, it's the end of the world.
I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
When you think of the biggest cheaters in sports, you think of Lance Armstrong, Ben Johnson, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire. Well, you can add a new name to some of the greatest cheaters in sports history. Zach Holland.
One of the greatest athletes of our generation.
Which, if you have not heard this story yet, there's a man from St. Louis, Missouri named Zach Holland who got caught cheating at a local golf tournament. And this story is going viral right now. It's pretty crazy. So if you've ever played at a golf tournament, people take it very serious, right?
Oh, yeah. And that's just to be clear. This is not like a PGA event. This is just like a men's league tournament at this golf club in St. Louis. He is not a major golfer.
It took place at the Winghaven Country Club in Missouri there.
Nice looking course.
And so what this guy did is he faked a hole-in-one.
Which is just a crazy move.
So basically, he's in a group there, and he feels like, you know, his group's losing. They're down by a few strokes, and he tells them, hey, I gotta make a call with my grandma. She's sick. She's in the hospital. She's not doing well. I'll meet you guys at the next tee box, all right? As soon as the fellas pull up, he's celebrating. He's going crazy. Hands in the air. He's jumping around. They're like, what? And he's like, guys, I just got a hole-in-one. You're never going to believe it.
Can you believe my ball is in that hole?
And not a single one of the guys there believed it.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. We got to go see this for ourselves.
They check the cup. The ball is in there. But everyone's like, this is too fishy. Like, no one was here to see it.
That's the thing is like his boys are like, oh, cool. This is really going to help. But nobody else is looking at this guy like, no, you didn't.
They get back to the clubhouse and, you know, some people call suspicion on him. They start looking into it. And I don't know how they got him to fess up to this. There's some rumors that maybe they had cameras on this hole.
Yeah.
But basically what the guy ended up doing was he knew he was going to be the first tee time out in the morning. So he went out to the hole early in the morning, made a divot in the ground.
Right, like where the ball would have landed from his drive.
And then put the ball in the cup and planned it out that when he showed up, he was going to be there. Now, the reason people are mad is because this golf tournament, there's a huge cash prize for it.
Right.
And
We've all been in those men's league tournaments where it's like, hey, if you get a hole in one on this hole, you win 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever it is.
And I guess somehow he ended up fessing up to it or whatever. And it's caused a whole stink. People online in St. Louis have been attacking this guy. He actually had to do an interview with a local like ESPN radio station where he did apologize on the air. He said that he's trying to get the help that he needs. He said there was no excuse for his action, citing complete stupidity, and he's requested that people leave his family alone.
Which apparently people are going after his family, but this is also just according to the same guy who lied to everybody. If people are going after the family, that's obviously wrong. But the statement I don't understand, I'm just trying to get the help that I need. What help? You cheated at golf? What you know, I'm in deep therapy now. I'm getting counseling.
This is why I don't trust anyone that golfs by themselves.
No.
Anytime one of my buddies is like, dude, I went out and I played a round of 9 yesterday. Dude, I shot like a 30. Yeah, right. Dude. If no one was there to see it,
that's just it.
You know, it's kind of like if a tree falls in the wood kind of thing.
Did it make a sound? Yeah. If this guy rolled up to the fourth tee and nobody was there, did he really get a hole in one? The answer is no.
Golfers are the biggest liars on planet Earth, man.
Golfers and fishermen. It's back and forth between the two who lies the most.
They're one and the same. A fisherman will say he caught a fish this big when it was really this big, and a golfer will be like, yeah, I shot an 85, and then you play with them and they shoot 120. Like,
the best is that this guy was on ESPN Sports Radio. Like, it's a scandal.
Dude, if anybody ever catch you lying about your stroke game while you're golfing, just be like, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to try and get the help that I need.
Please leave my family out of this.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Talking about Zach Holland, the guy who lied about a hole in one and is going viral for all the wrong reasons right now. We were saying how much golfers lie. I actually did a little Google here.
Oh.
It says the average golfer puts an extra 4 to 8 strokes off a round.
That actually seems low. I have golfed with people and you can see them. My favorite is when a golfer will be like, oh, and then there's 1, 2, and then you'll watch them like swing their arm down to the other end of the hole, 3, and it's like, whoa,
and then you're like 5,
yeah.
6, 7. Surveys suggest that up to 80 to 90% of casual golfers will stretch the truth on the course by shaving some strokes, taking unofficial mulligans, all that kind of stuff there, which, like I said, golfers are the biggest liars.
Yeah, man.
But I was even curious, how much does the average person lie a day? Would you take a guess?
Oh, God. I mean, listen, growing up watching House MD on TV, that's what they say. Everybody lies. I would say, like, are we talking like lies a day, lies a year?
Lies a day.
God, it's got to be minimum 5 lies a day.
Apparently, they say the average person lies 4 times a day.
Yeah. It feels like, because it's never like major things like lying on your tack, like just little lies. Like that, those pants look great.
In the run of a day, it's 60% white lies, 25% omission, 10% is exaggeration, and then 5% of lies are malicious lies.
Sometimes I feel like some people don't even know that they're doing it, right? Like we've all got that one buddy that every story they tell is a big story. And it's like, I don't even think you're doing this on purpose. I think somewhere deep in your rotten brain, it's just making you exaggerate.
They say that men lie about 6 times a day is the average, women lying about 3 times a day. So if you break it down like over a year, men lie about 2,100 times. Women lie just over around 1,095 times a year. And then they say, so in your average lifetime, let's say you live till 80.
Sure.
The average guy will lie over 160,000 times. Meanwhile, the average woman will lie about 80,000 times.
160,000 lies in a lifetime. And the majority of them are, I swear this has never happened before.
Something to think about the next time you're sitting with your partner while they tell you a story.
As the numbers start running through your head, I can't trust you anymore.
Well, even here it says on a first date, the average average person tells between 2 to 6 lies, with roughly 61% of people admitting they've lied just out of the gate on a first date.
I mean, that makes sense. We're all car salesmen on the first date. You're trying to close the deal, right? You'll say whatever you got to say in that moment.
And then they say that you don't start lying till the age of 2 or 3. So, I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin said it best. Don't trust anyone except for toddlers.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I need to issue a public apology here. I said something that really ruffled some feathers yesterday.
What did you do?
I said that Josh Homme was the coolest guy in rock and roll history.
Right, yes. And not everybody was on board with that assessment.
Everybody disagreed with me and agreed with what you said about Lemmy. And
Yeah.
I'll ring the shame bell on myself.
Wow. Big of you.
You guys are totally right. I should have said Josh Homme is currently living the coolest guy in rock and roll. Not in history, though.
Still a bold claim, but it's a better claim.
So, you know, I felt what you guys were saying, so I did some homework yesterday, some more reading on Lemmy. I mean, we all know how cool Lemmy was. He'd hang out at the Rainbow Bar. He had his own spot and stuff like that. But I was reading about that. He actually rented an apartment across the street just so he could always be like within earshot of the bar.
Just to be close for pre and post game?
Yeah.
That's sick.
He'd do wicked stuff like that. He owned a VLT at the bar too that he would play on and then also cash out other people's money on.
That's how he covered his bar tab.
Apparently, he got his start in the music industry being like a roadie for Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that I did not know.
He claims that he's got his infamous like weird posture from carrying Hendrix's amps up and down stairs all the time.
They warped his spine.
Apparently, he used to be like Hendrix's drug mule. He'd go and get all his acid for him and then test it out for him beforehand.
It's like the royal food taster, but for LSD.
And then like really cool stories about like him and the fans. Like he'd always go out of his way for the fans.
Yeah.
There's a story from back in the 80s that I guess some kid sent him a letter on how much Motorhead changed his life. And then he actually showed up at the kid's house a few weeks later on his motorcycle. The story goes, Lemmy stepped off his bike, knocked on the front door, handed the teenager a signed vinyl record and told him to keep your chin up, mate.
I love going out of your way to go to the kid's house, but not sticking around to like have a conversation. Just be like, here you go. And then off into the night.
Just cool, man. That's just cool. And, you know, I read some Josh Homme quotes yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm going to read some Lemmy quotes.
Oh.
And his favorite drink was the Jack and Coke, right?
Of course, yes.
So I want you to rate these out of 10 Jack and Cokes.
10
all right?
Jack and Cokes, okay?
First Lemmy quote here is, to get hangovers, you have to stop drinking.
I'm going to give it a 7 Jack and Cokes because it does sound cool, but it also sounds like somebody who might need a program.
Another one here is, if you think you are too old to rock and roll, then you probably are.
Oh, it's a mentality thing. That's a good one. That's an 8.
Another one, maybe this didn't age as well, but I discovered you could get women to take their clothes off if you had a guitar.
In his time, that's a 10. Now, it's a 7. It's a 7.
In your 20s, you think you are immortal. In your 30s, you hope you are immortal.
That's dope. That's a 9.
line, eh?
Yeah.
And then finally, if you can't be a good example, then you'll have to just be a horrible warning.
10. That's a 10.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I'm officially declaring this week as the week of being and feeling old because it feels like that's all we've been talking about.
It's like as we get further towards fall, everybody's sort of in their own feelings about this stuff.
We did get a message on the bad line kind of on that same topic.
Hey, boys. Dave here. I had a feel old moment last week when I towed somebody. I drive tow truck, and we were shooting the chat while on the way to the garage. And he asked me what my first car was, and I told him it was a 98 Ford Escort beige, and he had no clue what that was. And then I had to explain to him that I went to Radio Shack to get the cassette with the cord coming out of it.
Yeah, man.
So I could play music. because mine didn't have a CD player, and he was mind blown. Didn't know what Radio Shack was. Had no clue that cars even came beige back then. That's how I feel old.
Yeah, that'll make you feel old. I mean, Radio Shack is a non-existent thing for like a small percentage of the population. It's kind of like when I watched you describe Blockbuster to your kids that one time, and they're like, you had to go to a store to get the movies?
You'd walk into the store, and the movies would all just be on the wall, and you'd pick the one you want, and they're just like, so how would you use the remote? Like, no, there's no remote.
But even like the kid learning about what a cassette player is, I'd be interested to see like across the world what everybody's first physical media that they listen to music on was. Like, was it records? Was it cassettes? Was it CDs? Or is it just streaming kind of thing?
Dude, I still remember being a young pup out on the ice roads in the Northwest Territories, going down the Dempster Highway, chucking in 8 tracks for my mom while she was driving our big old truck, and just being like these big blocky, almost look like game cartridges, and jam it in there to get it to start playing.
And you know what's crazy is all of this technology was so expensive at one time.
Oh yeah,
but now it's non-existent. It's extinct, right?
Do you remember laser discs?
No, that's before my time.
So they were the size of records, full-size records, shiny giant CDs that had movies on them. And I remember the video place in Hay River, the Video Stop, it's very creative, would rent you a Laserdisc player. And even to rent it, you had to put down a $500 deposit, and it was $100 a day.
Meanwhile, there's some dude trying to get rid of one at a yard sale next weekend.
His wife has been telling him, if this is still in the garage tomorrow, you're sleeping on it.
Well, even I think of like the stereo system that my parents had in their basement with like the 16 disc CD changer and the cassette player on it. And it's like, that thing probably costs like a couple grand, right? Versus once again, it's going like $25 on Kijiji right now.
The massive tower speakers that like our parents and grandparents all had for their hi-fi systems that, mind you, are incredibly cool, but in modern society it's like just taking up space. Just get it out of here. Somebody come take it, please.
Another feeling of feeling old is realizing things that you spent a lot of money on are just like non-existent anymore.
Yeah. Well, like for some parents, that's the relationship with their kids.
They're like a wooden hockey stick. They just show up from time to time in the garage.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
A lot of people texting in about technology they spent a lot of money on that doesn't exist anymore. The pager, floppy disks, transistor radios, encyclopedias actually texted in a lot.
I was just going to say, encyclopedia is one of the ones I've seen. There were families that had an entire bookshelf just dedicated to encyclopedias, and now we argue over whether or not Wikipedia deserves donations.
We got someone on the line. What's technology that you spent a lot of money on that's non-existent or extinct now?
Oh, it's got to be dial-up in the so-expensive second phone line.
Dude.
The fact that it's like almost nobody has a landline now, but you had to have two to go on the internet at one point is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And imagine trying to search Google. Dude, you could run to the library, get your answer before Google would give you the answer on dial-up.
Kids have no idea what it was like for your mom to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Get off the computer.
Right? Yeah. In the middle of, not to mention in the middle of you just trying to open that one JPEG that was going to open your whole mind as a young teenage boy.
Yeah.
I got halfway through, pixelated as hell, and then mom picked up the... Mom!
And guaranteed it came through on AOL too.
Yeah. While you're trying to burn CDs on the computer. That's another thing that doesn't exist. So many people would buy the physical CDs and the CD burners as well. Like,
I remember when you had to buy a separate attachment as a CD burner.
Yeah, when it didn't even come with a computer. You'd go over to a buddy's house and he had the separate plug-in CD burner. You'd be like, yo, Jason's family is loaded.
Hey, thanks for chatting, man.
No problem.
Man, I feel like there's one kid in the car right now that's like, what are they talking about?
What is all of this nonsense? Like, I saw another text that said, I paid for an intercom system for my house to be able to, like, chat from, like, the garage to the house or to the upstairs to the downstairs. That's another one that, like, if you went to a house with an intercom, you thought that was the rich house.
I was gonna say we're learning whose families had money this morning. CD burners, intercoms in the house.
We yell at our kids in this house.
We got Robert on the phone. Robert, what is a technology that you spent a lot of money on, or at least seemed like a big deal, that is totally non-existent now?
So do you guys remember the old alarm clocks that had the iPod connection in the front?
Yeah, man.
The old big plug. You look at that thing now, it pops out, and you're like, that doesn't exist. iPods don't have it, and now it's all dead and no batteries.
It's funny because I stayed at a really crappy motel last year, and they had one of those. But like 15 years ago, that would have been in a 5-star hotel. You know?
Absolutely.
That was the king of the crop when you had that on there. You could plug it in, listen to your music at the hotel. That was game changing.
Although, guys, if we're going to talk about old tech and alarm clocks, we got to talk about the brown Radio Shack with the little slidey knobs and the red light up on the front that every single household somehow had.
Does anybody still have an alarm clock with a radio attached to it anymore? Like, are we waking up anybody anymore with our annoying ass voices?
I know back home because my parents still have mine in the basement. It's the green lettering like the LED. So you can pick either the annoying buzzer or you select that good rock station in town and wake up to whoever's talking or a good song.
Honestly, I apologize to your parents. Nobody should be hearing either of our voices be the first thing they hear in the morning. I've never thought about that before.
But at the same time, you know what? It's better than hearing whatever iPhone and basic ringtone you hear nowadays because they get too used to it. It's better to wake up to people talking. Yeah.
I never thought our show would be compared to an iPhone alarm clock, but here we are.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, we were talking about the life skills that people have gotten from a lifetime of playing video games.
And you guys proved me wrong. You're right. There's tons of life skills.
Did you know that video games are also part of the key to keeping a strong long-distance relationship?
Is this something you're trying to persuade Mallory on?
No. I don't need to. Mallory is just as much of a gamer as I am.
Oh, yeah, she's a gamer girl. That's
Grew
true.
up with all the Nintendo consoles. It's part of why I love her so much. But I saw this study and I thought, like, what crazy timing, because we were just talking about gaming, that says for couples in long-distance relationships where, you live in A versus B, that a good long multiplayer gaming session can make you feel more supported as a couple and bring back a connection that can be lost by not being physically close to one another.
It's kind of crazy. The amount of people that I've heard that have met or connected through like online gaming, whether it's Xbox Live or PlayStation, whatever it is. And there's couples that actually ended up like meeting playing Call of Duty or whatever and then get married.
My sister-in-law, Stephanie, who was just here for a visit, she met her husband on World of Warcraft.
Really?
She was living in Alberta. He was living in Oklahoma. And then they started visiting each other, and then it turned into a thing. They moved, and now they're like one of the most happy married couples that I know. It's crazy.
What's flirting like in long distance gaming? Like,
I guess it's a lot of emoting. Is it a lot of typing in the chat? Is it teabagging in a game of Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is I get how playing games together can form that bond, especially if you're on a team and you're working together to complete a goal.
Well, there's a reason, if you had a really best friend and that's the person you liked playing games with, that you played with them. But for a relationship wise, it's maybe it shows strong communication skills could be one.
Could be that. Yeah. Telling where the enemies are, where the loot is, and making sure that you're sharing.
I know you always have my back when we're playing zombies. You're always there for me.
But then again, I also think you got to be careful, because if the gamer you are in a relationship with rage quits on you or starts yelling at you, or even, God forbid, hits you with a blue shell in the middle of a Mario Kart race, you are testing the relationship in that moment.
Well, I mean, Courtney plays video games, and like I do a little bit, but she plays like way more intense games than I ever could.
You're a sports game guy.
Like if we had done it when we were doing long distance before she moved here from Saskatchewan, it would have just been like me running the score up on her on Madden. Like that's all it would have been, you know?
Which, as we all know, has never been called sexy before.
Although there's times where imagine you're mad at your partner and you're like, sit down, let's play a little NHL. Like,
just start going bar down. Who's right about the dishes now?
Exactly.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Crazy headline for you, maybe a contender of the year.
Okay.
Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice.
There's a lot of things that you don't want to happen while you're on an airplane. And a bunch of people taking a laxative at the same time is definitely up there.
So I guess when it came time where like the stewardess are coming through and they go, do you want a drink? They were only for some reason handing out like these little prune juice, almost juice boxes.
Almost like the flight was sponsored by the prune juice company. Like, here, try this.
I don't know why. And I guess majority of the people drank them on the planes, actually caused like a serious issue. As if you've drank prune juice before, you know it'll run through you in about an hour's time. And they were like actually clogging up not only the toilets, but the aisleways too. Everyone was trying to go to the bathroom at once.
Yes, yeah. And you can only, you've got what, average 2 bathrooms on a plane, and then only one person's going to fit in there at a time.
One passenger was quoted as saying, "My intestines have never been this clean in my entire life."
Yeah, that's prune juice, man. Like if you're feeling backed up, it'll run you through.
Why were they handing out prune juice? What was this, like a senior's flight to Vegas or something? Like what was? Were they testing out the new toilets to see how they worked?
It honestly sounds like either a torture or like a weird jackass stunt, because like, yeah, we're all going to chug prune juice and see if we can make it to our final destination.
A customer service representative from the airline said aircraft meals and drinks are based on what is actually provided on board. Not every flight serves prune juice. Common options are coffee, ordinary fruit juice, or soy milk. They also highlighted that passengers have the option to choose alternatives, including water, if they don't want to drink the prune juice.
That, you know what? That is true. It's weird that the flight attendants and the airline handed out prune juice, but it is on all the people who took that prune juice mid-flight and went, yeah, I'm going to have this right now.
Seems like a good idea.
It sounds great. I've been looking for a new cleanse.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We were talking about the Chinese airline that for some reason gave passengers prune juice and caused an absolute disaster on a flight.
Just such a terrible idea. Like, we're all locked in a flying metal tube in the air. Who wants to poop?
Sounds like a stunt they'd pull off in Jackass or something, doesn't it?
It does. And I'm thinking, because I've got a few, I don't know about you, I feel like we can bad puns out of this.
Absolutely, we can.
If you don't mind, I'll go first. Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. It's being called the worst meeting of the Mile High Club in history.
Well, it depends on what you're interested in.
You know what?
There might be someone that might, fair
point.
You can't judge a book.
Who am I? Who am I to judge?
Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. You know, people say they will never forget the day the music died. Although I heard the guy sitting beside the toilet heard the reincarnation of the Big Bopper himself.
Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. And it was the first time in all of aviation that turbulence was felt by the passengers, but not the plane.
Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. 100 people blowing up like this on a plane? Sounds like a terrorist attack.
It kind of was.
Doesn't it?
I got one more. Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. Never before has a window seat carried such a heavy price.
Dude, the emergency row, I'd just be opening the door.
We're out of here.
All right, I got one more. Yeah. Chinese airline causes chaos after giving 100 passengers laxative prune juice. Mm-hmm. I've heard of red-eye flights, but never a brown-eyed one. Is that what he was talking about when he said brown-eyed girl?
I hope not.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has released a new song he's dedicating to his children. Have a listen to this.
There's nothing you can't do. I'll pray while you're sleeping.
I hate that line
Watch
so
you
much.
while you're dreaming. I hope you understand just how proud
Quit
I am
swaying.
to be your dad.
There's no way you're feeling this.
What, you don't, as a dad, you don't like that song?
Dude, it's
That
just,
doesn't do anything. As a father,
It's
you don't
so-
have those emotions?
It's so fake. I would rather listen to Cats in the Cradle on repeat.
What sounded fake about that? It's just a song about his kids.
Everything about The Rock these days is fake, man. The interviews he does. And listen, maybe I'm still just bitter because he ruined WrestleMania last year. But like everything about him, ever since that DC movie that he was in, Black Adam or whatever, tanked. The new Moana movie is tanked. Now all of a sudden he's pursuing a singing career. It just feels like this used to be the coolest, most famous guy on the planet, and now everything is cringe.
I'll agree with you on that. He does seem like a very fake dude. Apparently he really wants to get into music. He says he wants to make old school soul music with country flavor.
He's got a crooner's voice. You can hear like that part. I believe that it's not AI. I don't believe there's a lot of auto-tune to it. The guy can sing. But there's no way I wrote this for my kids. Absolutely not.
Now, does this stem from maybe some own dad stuff? Like, if your dad came out and like sent me,
just how proud I am to be your dad.
that wouldn't do it for you,
Buddy, if you ever get a message from Ken on Facebook telling you that he prays while I'm sleeping, please block him. He's on one.
Dude, if I ever get a message from your dad, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to be like, what's your name? And his name is what?
It's Ken. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You hurt my friend.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, since it is feeling old week, I was thinking for how does it feel? I'm going to ask the people here, how does it feel to work with younger people?
And I'm sure, as the older of two people who work together.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. First of all, you don't have to say it in that
You said it,
tone.
I didn't.
I'm sure all of the voice memos that we're about to get from older people working with younger people are going to be rational, well thought out, totally easygoing texts.
I disagree. If you are not one of our old people ranting about young people, that does make you a judge. 762-555. Let us know who lets us know how it feels the best at 762-555. We'll start with Chris here.
Working with people that are younger than you feels like you're a kid playing with your dolls, and they just don't listen to you. They just don't move. They don't do anything. You're there by yourself. It's exhausting.
That's a funny comparison. All right, we've got another one here. No name on this
I
one.
had a girl get dropped off at my work, and the older gentleman driving was looking at me funny as I was walking across the parking lot. He didn't say anything, and then as I walk in with the younger girl, she keeps looking at me weird. Finally, she looks at me and she goes, "That's my dad. He thinks he knows you." I was like, "Great. Thank you. Have a wonderful day."
Never thought about it. The weird thing about like working specific jobs is all of a sudden somebody's dropping their kids off to work with you one day.
And it's probably somebody you've seen in like a bar or parties or things where you don't need that connection.
Yeah. Well, their dad's probably got stories about you that you don't like. So let's see what Ben's got here.
It's actually not that bad. They don't get the old references from movies or TV shows, so they can actually just think you've come up with it and assume you're hilarious. Sandlot's a gold mine. Just tell your coworkers that if they were as ugly as your dog, you'd shave its butt and tell it to walk backwards, and they think that you're brilliant.
Stolen valor of jokes?
That's incredible. That's such a good move.
All right, we'll do a few more here.
Okay.
Who do we got? Chantel?
It feels like anyone born in the 2000s should still be babies, but somehow they're all legal to drink. It's insane. I've never felt more like my parents, or the older generation to me, who used to say, "One day you'll understand." Yep, I'm there.
It's crazy how life comes full circle like
Who's
that.
the Grandpa Simpson? One, I used to be hip and with it, and then I wasn't. They changed what it was.
If you want to feel old, just work with young people, apparently. All right, we'll do a couple more here. We've got Claude.
It feels good to work with younger people. The boss can see how much harder the older people work and appreciate that much more.
That's good.
All right.
Finally, we'll wrap up with Jeff here.
How does it feel to work with younger people? I'll keep it short and sweet. A couple of people I work with at my weekend job, anything you ask them or say to them, they go, 6'7", 6'7". I generally cannot stand young people, man. It makes me want to just live alone. And
How young are these people you're working with?
I was going to say, as a parent of a couple of 12-year-olds and a 10-year-old, the 6'7" thing does tend to die out by like 15, maybe 16. Maybe your weekend job is not the right place for you to be.
All right, let's figure out who deserves to win here today. Who had the best description? 762-555 on how does it feel to work with young people.
There was the one that said that anybody born in the 2000s feels like they should be a baby, and I think that resonates with a lot of us 80s children. I know you're a 90s kid. You're right in the middle.
Yeah.
But as a child of the 80s or any earlier than that, yeah, 2000 and beyond is all 10 years old.
I like the description of playing with your own toys and they're not listening to you, and also the guy who said it goes to show your boss who's actually working hard.
And it makes you look better.
Yeah.
If they're doing the typical young, lazy thing.
Yeah.
That is also a one that was a favorite of mine.
What's the text line saying here? Well, they're split between the toys and the guy saying that he works harder than everybody else.
You know what? That guy might be lying to himself, so maybe we should give him some lottery tickets just in case.
All right, we'll give it to Claude. Ding. Round of applause. $100 from Lotto 649 tickets is yours.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast. Would you rather Wednesday? Would you rather Wednesday?
All right, let's get weird. 762-555. We got a lot of text to go through here. First one says, would you rather have the buildup of a sneeze, but the sneeze never comes, or always have to poop at the worst possibly timed moments?
Oh my God. Because the buildup of the sneeze with no
reward
climax is such an awful feeling. But having to poop at the worst times means that you're going to be in the middle of doing something, or you're going to be somewhere you can't get to a bathroom.
Isn't that how it already is, though, thinking about it now?
I don't know, man. I think it could be worse. I think that we've all had those moments where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening right now. But imagine if that was every single time you had to go to the bathroom, something bad was happening. I would rather deal with the disappointment of knowing the sneeze is not coming.
Yeah.
You'd save on Kleenex.
Yeah.
If you never actually had to sneeze.
I mean, I just get a diaper sponsorship. Like, imagine how great of a sponsorship we could get for the show. For the adult diaper kind of community there.
You're a modern day PJ Stock out here in your Depends.
Exactly. Would you rather your hands be giant lobster claws or your feet be duck flippers?
I mean, as someone with size 15 2E feet, they're already kind of duck flipperish. I don't think I would do well with lobster claws. I think they're just too, they'd be great for cracking stuff and crushing stuff and pinching things, but like no dexterity, no ability to like maneuver things.
I mean, yeah, limits like profession wise what you can do with things or whatever.
Whereas like if I had duck feet, like that would be weird, obviously.
You could have been in the Olympics.
As a swimmer?
Yeah.
Just, I think, if anything, there would be benefits versus mostly it would just be the same as my feet now.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing a lot with them, not making any money off of them, that's for sure.
Would you rather be born blind or turn blind? I mean, that's a tough one. Like, would you rather just like not know and have everything up to your imagination, or would you rather have the feeling of like, I knew what things used to look like?
I think that's the tougher one. Like people say, it's better to have loved and lost, but if I'm not going to be able to see anything, I'd rather not know what I'm missing out on. Right? Like if I'm blind, life is going to be difficult. It doesn't need to be more difficult by being like, man, I miss sunsets and green grass and beautiful women. I would rather just not know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you could also just like make up in your mind what you think colors and stuff look like.
That's true, because if you're blind, you still have an imagination. I don't know how that works, but you could just create new things for yourself.
There's a world where some blind person thinks that we are two sexy human beings.
That poor person.
All right, final one here. It says, would you rather only listen to the music or only the lyrics?
Oh,
that's crazy to just listen to lyrics. I mean, it's just spoken word poetry at that point.
It is essentially slam poetry, but like, man, I think the easy and obvious answer is I would rather only listen to the music, but like some lyrics just hit the wordplay, the imagery that they have. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I would rather only hear the lyrics.
Yeah, but imagine listening to like Disturbed, like ooh, wah, ah, ah, just on its own. Like any of those like metal bands, just listening to Korn, Freak on a Leash.
You know what settles it for me? Imagine a world where you can only hear lyrics and you never get to hear the opening piano to 1,000 miles. Can't have it. Won't live with that world.
That's a world I don't want to live in.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.